You'll notice the thing that I keep telling you to do is to make a recurring deposit and invest it every week. The reason that we do this is because of dollar cost averaging. When you buy multiple shares of stock over time, you'll end up with several shares, each with a different purchase price. For example, let's say that your purchase history looks something like this. Over time, you've accumulated a total of 5 shares, with a total spend of $74. Now here's a very important concept. The market doesn't know or care about your portfolio or your ROI. The only thing that matters is how many shares you have right now and the current value for all those shares. In the above example, you own a total of 5 shares. Overall, you spent a total of $74 to acquire those 5 shares. It doesn't matter that you bought one for $10 and another for $17. You don't sell them with any relation to their past individual purchase price. Right now, you have 5 shares that cost you $74. Sure, technically you could argue that you would have a higher profit margin selling your first share compared to your last, but it's irrelevant. If you sold them now, they're all worth exactly the same price based on the current market value. This is why we use dollar cost averaging to determine our current stock value. Your dollar cost average is simply the average price of all your shares. Here's why this is important. Think of your dollar cost average as your break-even point. You want it to be as low as possible. If the market value for those shares is above your dollar cost average, the difference between the stock price and your dollar cost average is your profit margin. If the share price goes below your dollar cost average, this means that if you sold your shares, you'd be selling them for a loss. However, if the share price is below your dollar cost average, that means that buying more shares will actually lower your dollar cost average. At the same time, if the share price is above your dollar cost average, this means that buying more shares will raise your dollar cost average. That being said, selling, whether it's for profit or for a loss, does not affect your dollar cost average. This is counterintuitive for most people. Generally, they tend to get scared when the market falls and sell their shares. On the flip side, they tend to think it's a good buy when the market is up. But as you're starting to figure out, this is the worst thing that you can do. Because our strategy is a long-term passive investment, we love it when the market drops below our dollar cost average. This is how we get a better deal on our overall average share price. With a passive investment strategy, never get scared when the market falls below your dollar cost average. This is when you should get excited about accumulating more shares for bigger growth in the future.